Hello everyone, welcome back to another F1 22 Aston Martin Road to Glory series, episode number 3, I believe. Yeah, episode number 3 here in Albert Park. On to our flying lap across the start finish line. We go onto the flying lap. Hopefully we can put in a good lap time. Ooh, it's not going to start like that, crikey. I'm just losing that bit of concentration. And maybe the lap ruined already. No, it wasn't too bad, it's not like we span out or anything. We kept going. Shouldn't be too bad. Whoa, that might be bad though. No damage. Just banging wheels with the wall there, going heavily wide. Not going to be great for our run, but just trying to keep it going. We'll probably have to go out for a second run, as we normally do anyway, later on in Q1, just to try and improve the time, because that happened, realistically. Tyres already on 7%, that was that? Yeah, already on 7% and 6% from just going off the track, going wide, not turning in enough. Stupid little mistakes from me is not going to help us. But coming out the final corner, coming across the start finish line, is going to be a 1:24 behind Murphy. Not Murphy, Latifi, sorry. We do have clean air to go in, so hopefully that will be good for us, and hopefully we can set a bit of a better lap, because at the moment we are P20, we are at the bottom of the order, so might want to try and change that. Already taking that corner better than my first run, 6/10 up already. Just if we can hit the corners well, there's a lot of time to be found in this run, because I really didn't do too great on some of the corners, so I could maybe find quite a bit of time. Not by doing that, that's for sure. But there is a lot of time to be found. I'm just hoping that I can find it. So this is a huge improvement on our last run. That's 1.2. Yeah, it's going to be 1.2 improvement, and that puts us up into P16 only, to be fair. Could I just return to garage? No. Okay. Wait, could I? I could quickly return to the team garage. I'm just going to do that. Why do I need to drive in if I can just quickly return to the team garage? Hopefully my time standard. That does mean my time stands. Yeah, P16. P16 is pretty decent, to be fair. Do we make it through? We do. Just about ahead. A 10th ahead of Guan Yu Zhou. Sebastian Vettel. I keep on saying Sebastian Vettel. Is that a problem? Well, the worst we can finish now is P15. And I'd say that's pretty decent. I'm not very comfortable in my chair, so hopefully that can not play into it. But this is only just a benchmark on the worn set of tyres, so just getting an idea of where our car should be. That's not great. It's a green sector 1 at the moment, but does that mean anything? I'm not sure. Not as much traffic out on track, so even if everyone in the session is out, it's not as busy as it was, even though it's only gone rid of like 5 drivers. And here we go, into another DRS section here in Albert Park. Now we slow down. It's quite a short DRS section if you think about it. But this is where the flying lap starts. So we've done a lap. Oh, that's not going to be great. I'm just getting an idea of where the car is going to be. But DRS down to the finish line. It's a 120. We're behind Magnussen. It's a 123.9. Clean track, clean air. No one out. Yeah, no one is out. Whoa. Don't look at the mini-map when you're going around the corner, maybe. It's probably a good idea. But coming round to the last corner, into the DRS of the home straight. Coming into turn 1. Oh, that's so poor. Can I reset? Because that was really bad. That was really, really bad. Okay, this is good. Coming across the start-finish line. Hopefully we can improve on our time. Because we are dead last in Q2 at the moment. Obviously, P15 isn't the worst place to start, but that was on old worn tyres, so we're looking to improve that. And the Delta said 1.9 seconds. The fresh set of softs should be 1.9 seconds quicker than the worn pair, so I guess we'll find out. Delta for now was more or less right. 2.2, we've gone quicker than the Delta predicted us. Into first!
Understood, stopping this lap.
What on earth? Into fastest lap on the grid in Q2. Let's see where that puts us at the end of Q2. Because this could be huge, but yeah, only a minute left. Still on pole, a lot of them coming out again. Let's see if we get knocked out. We do get knocked down the order. Only into P3 though. We're into Q3 by a long shot. Coming up to the start finish line now for our first run of Q3. This is a surreal experience at the moment, being in Q3, but let's try and impress even more. Getting this far was good enough, but I want to try and be more than good enough in this career mode. Save, oh, not going too well. Yeah, these tyres are only roughly 10% worn. So they're not exactly they're not like really old, but they're not exactly fresh either. Oh, we didn't catch it. Yeah, oh, wow, got up to 20% on the outlap quite quickly. But this could be a huge part in our season here at Aston Martin. If I score points tomorrow, it's a huge. Every point matters for Aston Martin here, because we're not the team that exactly likes to score points often. 121. Yeah, we are going to be P6.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Behind, well, P7, yeah. Getting dropped down the order quite quickly, but I wouldn't expect to finish too high up. Anyway, let's get ready for the Australian GP.
Hello and welcome from Melbourne, a track modified since we last raced here in Albert Park, and I think with the changes, it's going to be a classic. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, George Russell and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Norris and Murphy, Ricciardo, Gasly, Valtteri Bottas and Tsunoda, Magnussen, Joe, Mick Schumacher and Alex Albon, Vettel and Nicholas Latifi. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
So, yeah, out-qualifying our teammate by a long shot. 9 places. And it's a green parking from me.
Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts.
Okay. Five red lights. And it's lights out. And away we go. Bit of wheel spin. It's not a terrible start for me. All the cars just jumping me left, right and centre though. The McLaren and the AlphaTauri going round the outside and inside. No damage, luckily, from there, as I just send my car hurtling into the back of Lando Norris's. Into most of these corners. Yuki Tsunoda. Oh no, Pierre Gasly, sorry. Gonna dive down the inside and get inside the points. We take up P11. Ricciardo may be looking for a move, maybe not. Maybe he will now, though, on the straight. Well, not really a straight. It's a fast section, though. Gasly just getting further and further away. We cannot afford that if we want to finish in the points today. But us being in P11 isn't too normal in the first place. Qualifying in P10 is quite crazy for where we are in the season. As an Aston Martin driver, not going to get a great exit out of there. We need to just try and keep up with Pierre Gasly to try and hopefully get the toe off the AlphaTauri. At the moment, not looking too great from that fact. Gonna have to send it back on the inside to try and keep my nose ahead of Daniel Ricciardo in his home Grand Prix, obviously. Of course. Home Grand Prix, Australian. I'm gonna turn in a bit late there, not great. Still, DRS hasn't been enabled, obviously. Gets enabled on lap 3. But we need to just try and stick behind Pierre Gasly to try and keep a similar pace to him. That's not going to help us in any means. Oh, we are not taking these corners very well at all. And here comes, an Alfa Romeo. No? Yeah, Bottas. Bottas had overtaken Daniel Ricciardo. I didn't even realise. But Pierre Gasly almost 2 seconds ahead now. Just because that little meeting between me and Valtteri Bottas. Tsunoda's battling with Danny Rick. Back the road? Back the road? Behind us, basically. And he does win out on that battle. Yuki Tsunoda, the Japanese driver, stealing P13 from the Australian. Just trying to close back in on Pierre Gasly. Not having too good of a time of it just yet. We have obviously finished P10 in Bahrain, so only, well, it went Bahrain, Jeddah, and now we're in Australia. So only 2 races ago we finished P10. So there's proof that we can do it. So hopefully we can just have if we have a good race today, we might be looking at some points on the table. And we're not doing too shabby at the moment. 3/10 behind the Frenchman in that AlphaTauri, but 1.2 is the gap behind us to the Flying Finn and Valtteri Bottas. But just trying to keep in the DRS zone. No. That's not going to help us. Valtteri Bottas comes through on the inside. Not good. We're going to send it back down the inside on Valtteri. Maybe a bit too hard, not giving him too much space, but we make the move. Oh, we're not taking these corners too well. But almost 3 seconds between us and Pierre Gasly now, going over the grass heavily there. Stupidly, but yeah, there's a train up ahead of us. It's not going to be too easy to catch them though. Whoa, turning in way too late there. Why? That 5? Sure. What, that tyres are gone? What on earth? What happened to the tyres? Did not realise that's how quickly they were just disintegrating on the back of my car. The rears are, well, everything apart from the rear right tyre is in the mid-30s. So that is crazy. Only being 4 laps in. But yeah, 3.5 seconds behind Pierre Gasly isn't great. He overtook us on the first lap and it's just looked downhill from there. Maybe points is just getting less and less likely. Every 100 meters we travel on this track, we seem to be getting further behind a points finish. But not giving up. I'm still gonna try and go for it. But the pit window is open on this lap, I believe. Yes, and we will be coming in. I'm trying to push. I'm not holding up well. Or I almost need to be overtaken to help drag me along. But Ocon dropping down into P9. Up ahead. We are really not doing too great at the moment. Oh, that's not going to help. We're going to stay on the racing line. He's not going to go for a move on us. We're not doing too well on these soft tyres at the moment. Dropping, well, still within 3.5 seconds of AlphaTauri ahead of us, but the AlphaTauri behind us, just a 10th separates us. Gonna try and look down the inside, but I've gone way off. That was, and apparently I made contact with Sonoda. I'm gonna stick it around the outside of Valtteri Bottas, who sent it down the inside. Oh, he's gonna go around there. I'm not getting too much speed, but I'm gonna go down the inside and I'm gonna pit this lap. So battling with him, not really the smartest thing to do, but nobody else is pitting. Oh well, a few have pit. Alonso, Norris, they've pit. We are just really far behind. A 2.4 second pit time is pretty good, to be honest. But we just need to try and first of all warm up these tyres because they are fresh out the packet. to maybe just weave around a bit. But in clean air, hopefully we can gain some time on the people that were around us before. Have we lost time on Daniel Ricciardo? We have. We're behind Magnussen. We are going to block him off heavily there, but Ricciardo hopefully, well, maybe pull us along, but also not hold us up. Doesn't look like he is, because, well, I'm theoretically slower than him. But hopefully we don't lose him, basically. Hopefully he can just tow us along in the DRS and the slipstream. Hopefully we can just get in behind him and try and stay with him, and then maybe eventually make a move on him. Cutting the corner a bit there, but no. We get the DRS, but that is poor. That's really bad. Really bad from me. Why do I keep doing that? I just can't turn in enough. Seb in the pits now. I always go so slowly around that corner. I have no idea why. Getting a bit late on the turn in there. We're going to have DRS for this straight, but the McLaren is just pulling further and further away. Latifi pitting onto the hards is an odd one. Yuki Tsunoda comes out here. Hopefully the extra grip that we have can maybe help us make a move on him. Obviously Yuki Tsunoda was behind us, so was Daniel Ricciardo. So we lost some time, either in the pits or, oh god, just on that outlap. We must have maybe pitted a bit early. In theory, we could have pitted a bit early, and Ricciardo was gone. I don't have Daniel Ricciardo's DRS. I'm 5.6 seconds behind Gasly. This race is just getting worse and worse for us at the moment. We do actually manage to take that corner reasonably well that time. And Ricciardo, just a bit too far up the road for my liking. I mean, at least if he's within a second, we get the DRS from him. But that's really what I need. We do get the DRS as we come onto the back straight, the home straight. But we do get the DRS from that McLaren. But he's, well, yeah, we do slightly go a bit closer to him. And we get the DRS again off the McLaren. Not as long of a straight, but not as straight as a straight. But yeah, there is two DRS sections very, very close together, and that's not going to help us at all. Why can I not take this track well? That's my question. Why can I not do well? But the gap to Yuki Tsunoda has gone up, so would I say, pretty quickly, and that is good to see. He's over a second behind now, just. Another DRS section, trying to close in on the McLaren, but in theory I just want to use him as a train, realistically. I just want to follow him around the circuit. That's not going to help. God, he's gone. I just held the brakes a bit too long there, and off he goes. We do get DRS, luckily, on this straight, but the gap.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though.
Oh.
Slower if you move on to Inter this early.
Forgot it was going to start raining.
Teammate by 4.5 seconds.
Genuinely forgot it would start raining, and oh yes, it has started to rain here in Albert Park. Hopefully we can keep within a second of Daniel Ricciardo. Please, I'm begging you, Daniel, to not go as fast I just want to stay within a second, please. No, no, no. I genuinely don't know how to take that corner. That corner just doesn't work for me. Because I take it where I'm on the racing line and I'm at full rotation. Nah, doesn't work. So maybe no DRS for the next time round, which isn't... Oh, DRS disabled anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be disabled anyway. It's feeling a bit slippy out here. Maybe, like, on the rear end, kind of looked like it just slipped out a bit there. I may be imagining things, but DRS is no longer a fact in this race, no longer a feature. So hopefully that doesn't slow us down. But if they don't have DRS on me, see, the thing is, right now I would have been. Oh, it is getting. Wow, it is getting wet out there. Well, out. It's wet. There's puddles forming on the track. Oh, it's very damp at least. How have we not been told to come in for the inters? Just look at that. It's so wet.
Alright, we're getting very close to the crossover point now. Stay out if you have the pace, but as soon as you hit the limits, come in and put the inters. There's a new strategy available on the MFT. Got that confirmed.
It's really not working out here for us. And the inters are exactly what we need, because our pace is terrible. Look, we are down 3 seconds behind Daniel Ricciardo. This is really, really difficult. Turning into a very, very difficult race. Green flag. Was someone going slowly? No! Seb's out. He was. I didn't even see him. Sebastian Vettel out of the Australian Grand Prix. And yeah, whoa. Look at that. It is really getting slippy out there. And almost everyone coming in for the pits. Yeah, practically everyone. Hopefully we slow somebody down. Just entering the pit there. Daniel Ricciardo. Oh no. Yeah, no, he is in front of us.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
Okay. Hopefully we gained some time in the pits there, but wow, it's wet. Oh my gosh, you can just feel the grip instantly compared to on those mediums. The grip was really falling away. It was falling off a cliff extremely, extremely quickly. Oh, Bottas is behind us now. And so, whoa, so no, just been jumped by 2 in the pits, Bottas and Magnussen. He's been jumped by in the pits there, I believe. So, not a great race, not a great pit stop for Yuki Tsunoda there, losing quite a bit of time. But yeah, sadly, Sebastian Vettel out of the Australian Grand Prix. Really poor. I feel really sorry for him at the moment, because I mean, he'd definitely rather finish this race than end it abruptly. Even though he wouldn't be in points, he would still rather finish it. And we are whoa, there's traffic? What's going on? How have I caught up that much? Was Schumacher holding Ricciardo up for us? Schumacher was on the medium still. Zhou on the hards. Wow. Oh, someone going at it ahead of us. But do we have a lifeline in this for points? It is very, very wet. We're in P12. Gasly not too far up the road. If they keep fighting like they are, we have a lifeline. Well, not if they're going to do that. Just kind of cover off anything to do with me. That's not going to help. I was going to try and make a move down the inside, but they just covered it off straight away. Daniel Ricciardo, please don't leave me. Daddy? Okay. That's a bit strange. But please, please, please don't leave me. I want to be with you lot. I'll fight. Just keep fighting, please. Please keep fighting. It is getting so bloody wet on the track. So wet. Yeah, do we have enough tyres for 3 more? I don't know. Whoa! Almost losing it there. It was a bit of a dangerous move. Almost losing it. We don't have the capacity to turn in there, Daniel. I'm sorry, there's no grip. But we do move up into P11. Whoa, losing a bit of time on the curb there. Oh, and Gasly is just gone. Please, Gasly and Ocon, start fighting huge amounts, please. Please, I really need you to start fighting, Gasly and Ocon. Because if you can start fighting, like, heavily, like, really, really start fighting, if you can start fighting, then it gives me a lifeline of points in this race. Please, please, please start fighting. Like, please.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
20 minutes of light rain, oh well. It's on lap 14 out of 15. Please. I would really like a point in this race. We didn't get to hold on to P10 for very long. But please start fighting, you two. Oh, there's like a second between them. Ocon's pulled away from Pierre.
Power in front is 1.8 seconds.
Okay, well, P11 is good, but I would have much, much preferred some points. But I'm not going to be picky, because this is quite a remarkable race for us in the first place. It's not the highest we finished in this series. The highest we finished was 10th. And at the moment we are 1 place under that, but the Inters... Well, I mean, it was feeling to start get a bit slippy earlier, but Ricardo, we did... Yeah, final lap of the race. Gasly and Ocon not near enough to each other, realistically. I mean, I have been catching Gasly. Gasly hasn't got amazing pace, by the looks of things. Because I have been catching him. Slowly, slowly, slowly. I've been catching. So hopefully that can keep going. Hopefully we can just keep catching and catching and catching on this last lap. And if I have to, I will try and send it down the inside or the outside. I'm just going to have to try and put everything that I have into this last lap to try and get close enough to make a move on Gasly. But it isn't looking very possible at the moment. Rain is still falling. So maybe our main goal is to defend from Ricciardo, but Carlos Sainz does come across the line in P1 to win the Australian GP here today. We still out on track trying to hunt down Gasly, but coming through the final few corners, it's not looking too likely that we will be able to get him. Coming through the final corner onto the home straight. That is it for this race. P11. I will take that any day of the week. Thank you very much.
A great race then, and a fantastic victory here at Albert Park. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out of the track was. Speed. It sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races. And we saw that today with our winner.
Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. So let's review the updated driver standings. Well, not the result our points leader would have wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the obvious choice at this point, but he's certainly a driver deserving of his great reputation.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yes, an interesting race indeed. Finishing in P11, couldn't quite hold on to that P10 spot where we qualified, which is a shame, but I will take a P11. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for the next episode of this Aston Martin career mode.